talk about West Ham then. It was a good result at the London Stadium, but there was also that kind of, I don't want to say it. It was like David versus Goliath in a way, and we were the underdogs, and we were kind of up for it, and we were, this is our chance in a way. I don't want to say it's the mood is slightly different and I'm slightly less excited about the replay. I'm very excited about it, but I'd say it's not quite the same, even though Ashton Gate, full house out under the lights it's undoubtedly a tough place to come for any opposition.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we all remember last year when we had that Man City draw at home, we went on a 12-13 unbeaten streak before that. So the climax was there, the momentum was building for a fantastic game, and the atmosphere was incredible. But yeah, as you say, haven't won in our last 4 games now. Yeah, it's a bit of a different mood, but I think just the occasion, being at home, the fact that we did it away from home and got a result, and the performance that we put in, I think that's going to change things. And well, West Ham, it is the Premier League winter break, so they haven't played since us, and we're keeping them busy really during their break. I mean, I'm sure their players would have wanted a bit of a rest for the rest of the season, but yeah, they do have some injuries as well. I'm not exactly sure what the update is on that, but obviously we saw Paqueta go off with Mavropanos and Bowen at the end of the game. So I don't think we'll see any of them really unless something changes. But that is massive really, because Paqueta and Bowen, I mean, those 2 players created the goal and they are incredible. So that gives us a little bit of a boost, I guess, going into the game.
We won't see any of them. So they'll line up with the front 3, I'd say, of Saeed Benrahma, Danny Ings, and Pablo Fornals, which compared to Lucas Paqueta, Jared Bowen, and Mohamed Kudus, I'd take that over that. I'd take that over the one I've just mentioned. Mavropanos, I'm not quite overly sure whether he'll be available. Certainly Paqueta, Bowen, and who's the other one? Paqueta, Bowen will not be available. I'm not sure about Mavropanos. I think he might be. We haven't heard really. It's a big game for City, undoubtedly. If you believe that our league campaign is pretty much over, or we haven't really got an outside. We've got an outside chance of getting into the top 6, but we are definitely not consistent enough to get into the top 6 in the way Coventry are going at the moment. Yeah, it's hard to see them slowing down. Similarly, Hull, they've got quality, Sunderland as well, etc. But if you're of the belief that our league campaign is all but over, it's a big game. It's a big game.
Yeah, definitely. And that, again, that's what the FA Cup's about. We can forget about the league and it just comes down to that 90 minutes of football against a quality side. And well, yeah, like we said before, we did it at the London Stadium. We can do it again. Every packed out Ashton Gate, away end obviously sold out as well. It's still going to be a great night, and we're going to go out there and obviously fight for the win. And these games are massive. That some people say the FA Cup, but I just want to get out of it early. But it can also change seasons in the sense of momentum and confidence, that if we go in and beat them, that could kind of change the way that we see things. And I was hoping for that against the Preston game after we got that result against Ham, but didn't happen. But we have another chance now to go out there and forget about the league, and yeah, just see what we can do against a quality side, hoping for a big cup upset, our first obviously since that amazing season six years ago now, which is now slowly getting further and further away. But yeah,
seven. Oh, there, yeah, 2024. Well, that would be 7 years next one. But yeah, six seasons ago. So what would your? I'll start with my lineup. I'd go with Max in goal. I'd go with Tanner, Vimes, Nicky Pring, obviously. Still no McCrory. I'd go with Gardner. I'd go with Gardner, Hickman, Knight, Williams. Because I don't. Oh, I'm sorry about. I don't know Matty. I don't know about Matty James anymore. I'd be very, very reluctant to give him that contract extension if I'm being honest. I'd be very reluctant. Yeah, and it's a bit of a bold take, but not overly convinced.
Does it end at the end of this?
He's end of the season, yes. Similar to Joe Williams, actually. And I'm very convinced about Joe Williams. Give him that contract extension. And right now, absolutely brilliant against Preston as well. So yeah, Knight, Mehmeti, I'd go with on the left. Go with Conway up top, and go with Sam Bell off the right because Sykes is not going to be available either.
3 game weeks on the bounce, unchanged.
I mean, I don't really know what we're going to change. If I'm being honest.
That's the thing.
Because the other options we do have is up top we can change Naki Wells or Harry Cornick, and I'd rather not play Harry Cornick in a game ever. And Naki Wells,
he wasn't bad against West Ham when he came on.
He wasn't bad, but he just can't. I'm sorry, you can't trust him for 90 minutes against Premier League opposition. No way. And Naki Wells, he's going to get utterly bullied against Zuma and Ogbonna. If it is Ogbonna, if it's Mavropanos, even worse, he's going to get utterly bullied. Conway has somewhat of a chance. And who are the other ones? McCrory, it's too early. Matty James, I'd just rather not, because then you'd have to drop Joe Williams, because you can't play Joe Williams and Matty James in the same midfield without dropping either Gardner, Hickman or Knight. You can't play Joe Williams and Matty James in the same midfield. And if you do drop Joe Williams for Matty James, then you're off your head, basically. Then back four you can't change, and goalkeeper it is. So I don't really know what we can change, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest. You summed it up pretty well. There's not really much we can do there. That is our best lineup at the moment, and eventually I think that will change into Ross McCrory coming in at right back, and then, well, to be fair, Vine and Dickey have been pretty solid. We'll see how Atkinson plays when he comes back, and Naismith could potentially bring something. But as
we've been linked with Leeds centre-back Charlie Cresswell, who is not wanted at Ellen Road, basically. But Danny Farker's basically just said his attitude's all wrong and he might be on his way out. But we've seen, knowing Daniel Farke, it's probably just a ploy to just get him playing again. But if he is available, if he is seriously available, then I wouldn't mind it. But I'm not really sure if he's getting ahead of Vine or Dickey at the moment, because they are very good. But Atkinson and Naismith coming back are obviously massive as well.
He hasn't played in a long time. The last time he got 90 minutes in the Championship was August.
For Leeds? At the
the season, yeah, for Leeds. He's been he's been benched. He hasn't been in the matchday squad since December the 29th.
To be fair to him, when you're up against Pascal Strike and Joe Rodon, it's a bit of a hard task. But still, it's not ideal when he's a youngster, and he did play quite a lot of Millwall and did impress. I think so. Maybe it's not the worst shout, but
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, let's just put it this way: for this window, centre back is definitely not the priority. I would be looking at other positions, i.e., forward, attacking fielder. But go on. Sorry.
So to be honest, I'd give the same lineup as well. I don't see anything we could change. Just the worrying factor is tiredness coming in. We have had a relentless schedule. We had that 2 1 week breaks. No, just one. No, 1 or 2. But straight back into a double game week. So be interested to see what Manning does, if he trusts the players' fitness, and see if they can go through this. But I'd remain unchanged. For my prediction, I mean, for these nights, we have to go optimistic. These nights under the light,
I don't want extra time.
Oh yeah, no, that would just, it doesn't help anyone really, either for West Ham.
Because we will just concede in the 126 minutes.
I can just see that happening. We go all the way through extra time, do all the penalties, and then It'll be the last stick. And then
Sam Bell blazes it into Rose End in front of the Ashes.
get 2 injuries, and then that's our season over. But no, I have to go optimistic. I'm gonna say I was about to say 3, but I'm like, are we scoring 3 goals? Are we scoring 3 goals? I don't know. I felt like it could be an open game. With their lack of attacking threat, I'm going to say a narrow 1-0 win. I think it's going to be, again, low scoring. But this time, I think if we compose ourselves and without Paqueta and that creativity ability and Bowen gone as well, if we keep composed and disciplined and then just find that one opportunity, that one moment on the counter or just a brilliant Williams pass, then I reckon we nick it. Second half, I'll say Campering back on the score sheet.
That would be
bit of a wild shot.
beautiful. Oh, imagine this, right? Scrappy 1-0. It comes off Campering's thigh in like the 80th minute, and we just win 1-0 out. Okay. I don't care that it's like it's a night game. It's full house. I'm not buying into that fairy tale. I hope I'm wrong. I want to win desperately.
Last time we were in a cup against a massive side under the lights at Ashton Gate.
We lost 3-0.
Wait, yeah, I forgot that was in the night. The time before the last.
Blithering idiot.
The time before the last. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that doesn't quite work, but I get you. Yeah, it's not quite the same effect.
I tried and I missed.
Yeah, a bit like Tommy Conway then. Sorry, that was very unnecessary.
Unnecessary. What if Tommy's watching right now?
If he's watching, then please score a hat trick tomorrow. Or tomorrow, Tuesday. Please score a hat trick. Hat trick Tuesday. That'd be beautiful. Pin this on the wall or something. I don't care. I'm not buying into this narrative of big night at Ashton Gate and whatnot. We're gonna get a bit of a lesson from West Ham. I think they didn't expect our level of physicality and were not able to cope with it to a certain extent, or maybe they just weren't prepared for it. They're definitely going to be prepared for it now, and they will probably nullify us to a certain extent as well. They will not, obviously, Bowen. Any team without Bowen, Paqueta, and Kudus in it is obviously a massive loss, and even Mavropanos as well, if he does come out. It's a massive, massive loss for any team. However, they do have the sufficient quality to replace them. I'll go with Bristol City 0, West Ham at 2. That's my kind of prediction. Yeah, I'm not buying into this fantasy. We're going to win 1-0 after I've just seen that at Deepdale. I'm not sorry. That's ridiculous. Thank you very much to everyone that's tuned in. And yeah, if you have made it this far, actually, if wherever you're listening, put a hashtag on Twitter, tag, let's remember this, tag at the 1894 podcast, saying, what should we say? Just to prove that they're worthy listeners who are listening, who are dedicated. What should they say? I know. Matiss hasn't talked about Alex Scott yet.
Oh, we haven't talked about Alex Scott yet.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about him. Yeah.
Pring to score Pring scrappy goal.
That's too long. Already too long.
Pring goal.
Oh, Pring goal. Either put Pring hashtag Pring goal or hashtag Alex Scott. Something like that. Yeah. That'd be nice. So take a screenshot or whatever, and then put it on X or Twitter, and yeah, that's a nice little plug actually. Tag us on at the 1894 podcast, where you can follow us as well. Haven't been as active on there, apologies, but we are getting there slowly.